I hate doing this. I don't want to do this. I don't like doing this. Why do I have to? Isn't it interesting how many times we focus on the yucky stuff? I'm Collette from Deventer and welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to have a look at how do you deal with the tough stuff. You know, so many times in our lives we've got things that we don't enjoy doing. It's a part of life. That's how things are. And it doesn't matter, I would imagine, I'm not there yet so I can't tell you, but it doesn't matter how wealthy you are, there's always the yucky stuff that you have to do. You know, it's like a river. It doesn't matter how much you bulldoze a river straight, within a couple of weeks or months or even years, eventually the river will run on a curvy track again. Nowhere in the universe do you find straight lines. So maybe we should take our cue from that. We cannot expect life to just be easy. We cannot expect life to just be always the kind of things that we want to do. Somewhere in the mix, there's going to be stuff that you maybe don't want to do, or that you don't like to do. And as you start out your journey, the list of things that you don't like doing is going to be quite big. As you continue with your journey and you're lucky enough to be successful enough that you can employ someone else or delegate it, or you could even get away with simply just not doing it or paying someone else to do it for you. So many times with the things that we don't like doing, the things that we wish we didn't need to do, all those things do is that they kind of bog us down. We spend so much time focusing on those things, and that's why so many of us procrastinate. We kind of avoid doing it, hoping it'll go away or hoping someone else would do it. But you know what? It's going to be uncomfortable. You might as well just get it done and get it done with a smile on your face. Because what's that saying? The more you focus on something, the more of it you get. So the more you focus on the things that you don't like doing, the longer it'll take you to do, point number one. And point number two, you don't just drag yourself down. You don't just make yourself negative. You make people around you negative. You draw a conversation down, and eventually the conversation and the people around you are kind of complaining and negative and looking at everything in their lives that they don't like doing. And so many times the conversation kind of spirals out of control in absolute negativity. That's not the kind of life that we want. I'm sure that's not the kind of life that you want. So in life, even though there are things that you don't like doing, the tough stuff, it's about growing and learning. And a lot of times these things are simply tough the first time or second or 10th time that you do them. But the more you do them, the more you kind of find systems on how to do them better. You kind of organize your program a little bit better. And eventually you find, oh my gosh, it goes away so quickly. You become so efficient at it. You become so good at it that eventually people come to you for advice and kind of go, why do you make it look so easy? They come to you and they ask, how do you get it done so quickly? Now, isn't that amazing? Life is about growing. Life is about stretching yourself. So go and do that, because if you don't, all that'll happen is that you'll just continue struggling. And that's no fun. Not for you or for me, I'm sure. And then secondly, you want to learn how to do things quicker and better, because that will give you more freedom. The quicker you can do things, the more time you have to do the stuff that you really like doing, the things that really make you come alive. Just get it done. Don't complain about it. Don't nag about it. Find out what's the best way of doing it and do it as quick as humanly possible without rushing and making mistakes. Because that way, you'll have a lot more freedom. And then, as you do things that you don't enjoy doing, have you ever been around a group of people, a group of volunteers? Sometimes you got to mop the floors, sometimes you got to clean the toilets, and sometimes you got to wash the dishes after people have been served or clean up a venue. But you know what? Look at people's attitudes. They do it with a good heart. When you realize that what you do when you go through those tough things, when you learn that new skill that you didn't know before, when you listen, guys, if you saw me the first time I shot these videos, I mean, they might not be the best yet, but gosh, if you saw my first videos, that was tough. There were so many times where I had to reshoot videos, but the more I did it, the easier it gets. So I want to encourage you, look at the people around you when you do stuff, things that are tough for you right now. See how it changes people's lives around you, the impact that you have in people's lives. Just that little bit of a difference that you can make for someone. You know, there's an interesting saying that Brendan Burchard has that says, honor the struggle. You know, you've heard this before. The Marines say, embrace the suck. So I want to tell you, love the tough stuff. Honor the struggle, because nothing in life ever comes easy. It is because it is difficult that makes it so valuable. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So you go out and you go and find the things that are the toughest for you, the things that you struggle with the most. And you find ways of doing it better, quicker, faster. Find strategies, find ways of innovating, find ways of doing it more efficient. And you're going to find that you are still impacting people's lives. Seeing that during COVID, there's so much that probably most of us are doing that we haven't done before, I really want to encourage you to keep going, even when it gets tough. Actually, especially when it gets tough. Because it is when you push through those tough times that you slowly, step by step, start mastering that part of your life. But it's always tough in the beginning. Can you remember the first time you went to gym? Or the first time you went on a run for the first time, or the first time in a long time? Can you remember that new job that you took? That new course that you attended? That new book that you started reading? It's going to be tough in the beginning, but repetition is the mother of skill. So the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. And eventually you will master it. And then you will look back and you will shake your head and think, oh my goodness, I can't even remember that it was difficult when I started. So I really want to encourage you, friends, push through when things get tough. Your biggest level up and change in your life is going to be on the other side of that thing that you find so extremely difficult and tough right now. So push through that struggle. Don't try and circumnavigate it. Don't try and avoid it or procrastinate and hope it'll go away. Simply just put your shoulder to the wheel and do it. Go through it, because as you look back, you will feel an enormous amount of accomplishment and you will be proud of yourself. And you know what? When you push through your struggles, when you push through those tough things, when you learn to love, listen, friends, you don't necessarily need to love it, but love doing the yucky stuff. Love doing the things that are tough. You know why? Because then you give permission to other people to do the same. So yes, is it going to take courage? Yes, it's going to take courage, because it's a heck of a lot easier to complain about things. We've got enough of those people around. I want to encourage you, even though this is going to take courage for you to take your life to the next level and to start enjoying the tough stuff. Do it, because that will help you to live your life just so much more deliberately, and that you will feel that you are building your confidence and that you are in charge of the future that you want. All right. Hi there, Collette again. Did you enjoy this episode? I hope so. Well, if you did, I'd love for you to do 3 quick and easy things for me. Number 1, please share this video with someone. Number 2, press the subscribe button below, because I'll be able to then let you know when I bring out new videos again. And number 3, put your comment and especially your questions down below. It's your questions that motivate and inspire me to do these videos. So go right now and go and drop a comment or a question for me below. You know, friends, and every single day we have a choice to either live an ordinary life or to live an extraordinary life. And to live extraordinary, yes, it takes courage. So today, go and choose to live deliberately.